Donald Trump launches Trump meme coin. Token nears $6 billion market cap. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to do than a little chuckle, than a little giggle. Because I just, if you're in crypto, first off, this is controversial. It is split. Like, whether or not this is good, people are very actually angry. And I'm seeing that in the comments. Even when I did right when this kind of started breaking in the middle of the night, I did a video. I launched a video. People not happy, everybody. And I want to start this live stream. And if you're in the timestamp, or if you're in the replay viewer video, hit the timestamps. But I want to start by saying something. This is headline news, controversial news. But like, I hope we can all just zoom out on emotion. Like, everybody can have opinions. Everybody in the chat, I'm sure, has opinions. I have my opinion. Don't attack each other. Chill out. Don't get emotional. Donald Trump launched a meme coin. It is what it is. And let's just talk about it. I mean, let's just talk about what this means for crypto. And I'm going to give my opinions, and many of you might disagree, and that's cool. But this is the headline, and I want to go through it. Obviously, I want to look at charts. This is the chart of the meme coin, the Trump coin. It's a 5-minute chart, by the way. This is developing. One thing to point out, though, if you look, I don't know if you can actually, I just want to see where my screen is. Can't really see my screen, but let me zoom in. You can see FDV 25, almost 26 billion. Market cap actually around 5 billion though. So I just want to make note of that. Like, there's plenty of upside for this token, but Solana made its way, broke all-time high. I want to discuss that. Total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is the altcoin chart. Red candle on the daily. And there's a lot of anger in that red candle. I want to discuss that. So let's just jump into the video. And if you're out there, I appreciate you cruising through on this Saturday. Please smash the like button on the way in. I need it. And before we look at the charts and everything, I want to talk about sentiment. I want to look at some opinions. I want to give my opinion, and I hope that's cool. Let me point out, though, in this article, the remaining 80% of tokens, because this is a really big hiccup for a lot of people, rightfully so, right? The remaining 80% of tokens that have yet to be publicly released are owned by Trump Organization affiliate CIC Digital LLC and Fight LLC, a company formed in Delaware on January 7th. So let me just say, like, nobody has any idea. First off, it's locked, and we're about to look. We'll look at the emission schedule, but it's locked, and nobody has any idea what the plans are here. So that's number one. Like, we have no idea what the plans are. I really tend to agree with this, and we're going to get to some meme coins. We're going to talk about meme coins. Meme season initiated. So let's start. Let's start kind of talking. And I think the thing that fueled me, I have a recent video on this news. The thing that I think fueled me to go live is I really wanted to be here and just keep glancing at the live stream comments while I'm talking and just gather sentiment. You can see this little poll I did is at 62% bullish, 61% bullish. So you can see this is controversial and split right down the middle whether or not this is bullish or bearish. But this is Coin Bureau, November 6th. If you remember, this was not long ago. Get ready for Gary Gensler being fired, or stepping down at least. And guess what? Yesterday was his last day. He has left office. The SEC dropping crypto lawsuits. Hester Pierce being made chair. Stablecoin bill passing. Ross being freed. Pro-crypto cabinet members. Bitcoin strategic reserve. 100,000 Bitcoin. Altcoin season. I'm bringing this up because these are some of the things that we've been talking about nonstop on this YouTube channel. You know, there's things that are not even on here. right, that are more recent executive orders potentially in 2 days, pro crypto executive orders. These are all just really bullish things that are just, they're uncharted things that are happening in crypto right now. And I think it's, part of my opinion here is all of that's happening, and all of a sudden people are just like, and I'm seeing it, people are just done with crypto. They're not done with it, but they're just like, they're just so like, bearish on crypto today. I said this, and I say this humbly, everybody. I'm not trying to stir up emotion here, but I posted this because I genuinely think this is what's happening. This is like what I think. And maybe some of you do agree, let me know. But I just posted earlier, and I just said, people are upset because Trump launched, momentarily tanked their coin, and they missed $1 million trade because they were sleeping. So let me just say something. I don't like seeing, if you look across the board, cryptos are down. Dog, I'm bullish on dog. Down 21. Look at this daily candle on dog. Down 21%. I'm not happy either. I'm just not happy about that. The other thing is, I think before I did my video last night to cover the news, because I was offline resting. Okay. I traded this. I got in, I made a trade, but nothing crazy. I told my wife, because I had this surface emotion as well. I was like, I missed $1 million trade. I missed $1 million trade. I did. But I'm saying that with this mindset that I'm so bullish on this news. So that's where I'm coming from. I just want to let you all know, like, in the way in which if I spot, like, at the right time, I don't know about you guys, but like on X, I have a risk tolerance, for just jumping in things quick. If I see the launch happens, it's a really good narrative, I feel confident in it to risk and lose all the money, I will make those plays, right? And based on the way in which I do that, if I was on X when this happened, I think it would have been $1 million trade. And it was for so many people. And I missed it. And what's funny is, like, it happened around the time where I usually am, like, kind of just seeing what's going on X and stuff. But I just was like, last night I was like, I need to unplug for a little. I really have to go rest. And boom, I missed it. So I get it. But zoom out and stop treating this like some FTX. This is what I feel like when I go on X right now. Like, there's 50% bullish, and then 50% you would literally think like an FTX like just happened. Like some type of FTX-based crash just happened. Next leg up is going to be epic. I'm not going to change my tune because like Trump launched a meme coin. If anything, it makes me more bullish. The war on crypto has ended. New era begins now. Zoom out on the bigger story here. Like, I really genuinely think people are just very upset because they missed it. And I get that. And because the cryptos are down. Tell me right now, if crypto is green across the board, Trump even more green, Solana even outperforming everything, but like ADA is up 12%, Bitcoin's up 7%, Chainlink's up 15%. Everybody would be so hype right now. Everybody. It just, except for the very few that genuinely are just like, no, I just can't stand meme coins, and I don't want to see president do that. Everybody would be hype right now. You can't argue with that. I'm telling you, people are upset because they missed it and because crypto is down and they're venting. The incoming altcoin pump, once the Trump hype is over and liquidity flows back into markets, will be better than most thought it was going to be. You'll be thanking Trump in a few days from now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe actually it's a red week, the most bullish week where our first pro-Bitcoin, pro-crypto president is inaugurated. Crypto does this. Maybe it's a red week, right? Maybe I'm wrong here. In a few days, everybody's going to be even more angry than they are right now. Maybe it's a few weeks from now. But when I zoom out on total crypto market cap, this is altcoin charts, with where we are and what's happening right now, and I zoom out on a Bitcoin chart and what's happening right now from a global perspective, from all the fundamentals we've been talking about, Trump launching a meme coin isn't going to ruin it all. I just want to say that. So maybe it's a few days from now. Maybe it's a week from now. I'm not sure. Rick, nice point from Rick. He's being like kind of sarcastic. Let's make open and permissionless blockchains with full inclusivity where anyone can create value through tokenization. This is literally what we've wanted for years. We've been under the attack of Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren, the anti-crypto army. They've been nonstop attacking us. All of a sudden, 180, like we could have never have imagined. I'm incredibly grateful for this new environment in which we are in out of nowhere. I never would have expected this, right? Everybody wants fairness and people can do whatever they want. That's what we want in the crypto industry, right? Full inclusivity. Anyone can create value through tokenization and anybody can set up their tokenomics however they want. President Trump does it and all of a sudden he's excluded. Everyone else can do it. Everyone else is okay though. What is that? And again, I'm trying to make my point in a like more chill way. I don't want to rile up emotions. I really don't. But I have to get this out there. Because it genuinely doesn't make sense to me. And I did see a post like, if you don't like this, Trump launched a meme coin. If you don't like it and you are just so convinced like it's so bad for crypto, then, leave crypto. Trying to do some moderation management over here. Okay, so this is one of the things that I'm nonstop seeing, especially my comments on X with my bullishness. Like, Trump's gonna rug pull. It's Trump. Do you really think President Trump is doing this to like rug pull? Do you realize what Trump just went through to basically like save America? Do you know how much money he lost? He could be chilling, running his businesses, growing his empire even more, not getting shot in the head. He got through all that. MAGA unleashed, not even America, but it's starting to unleash globally. And you think after all that, 2 days before he starts as president, he's going to rug pull? Dude. No. Come on. It's not a rug pull, everybody. That's so ridiculous. Be mad. I get it. Be mad. Like, President of the United States has a title to uphold. He shouldn't be launching a meme coin before election. I don't even agree with that. I'm excited that he did it, but that's just my personality. I think it's awesome, but I completely understand people are like, I don't like that. He shouldn't be doing that. I get that. But don't say he's doing a rug pull. Like, seriously. It's crazy to think that. Small cliff in terms of rug pull and the token being locked. Small cliff, then linear emissions. No supply emission gets all the tokens. And we can open this up in a minute. No supply emission gets all the tokens in one go. It's a slow emission over the full 36 months. And this is what it looks like. 36-month emission duration. So not only that, a slow emission, right? But keep in mind, that's 3 years worth. We have a 4-year term for President Trump. We have this is the first year of America becoming the crypto capital of the world and all of this stuff, the deregulation. So this bull market is primed, even based on this emission duration schedule. And the other thing, I guess the more important thing is this, like, nobody knows the plan for the tokens. Nobody knows the plan for the tokens. And ultimately, everybody, it's not a rug pull. It's so ridiculous. Like, that's so ridiculous. Justice proved all the speculation that Trump was all talk when it comes to crypto avocation. Exactly. And I mean, that was kind of apparent through the Ordinals launch, NFT launch. This is such a good signal for crypto, everybody. It really is such a good signal for crypto. Man, I don't know. I don't understand why I get hate comments. I'm looking at the chats, dude. It's crazy. Like, it's all good, man. I'm just mad he didn't launch his coin on Cardano. I mean, to be real, I think something like a launch like that, I think will be possible on Cardano sooner than later at this point. But right now, like if last night it happened, Cardano, I don't think Cardano would have made it. The volume has been absolute insanity. So this, for me, this was like the first piece of news that confirmed it was actually Trump that did it. Jupiter Exchange kind of finally coming out eventually. We work closely with Meteora team on ensuring an S tier launch for Trump, which is obviously one of the biggest launches in the history of crypto. So it's like they were working with the team on this. But let's look at this, and then we're going to look at charts. We're going to look at all the charts. This is Eric Trump earlier. The reign of terror against crypto is over. This is last night's crypto ball, and the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun. Check it.
Of terror against crypto is over. And the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun. The reign of terror against crypto is over.
We have a completely different like administration. I sit here and I'm just like, this is nuts. This is nuts. It's absolutely next level, never expected. And here's Trump coin right now. Consolidating actually, and the dips aren't small. That is for sure. Like this previous dip, ultimately 27%, but the dips keep happening. So there's like higher highs, higher lows. How this will perform going into inauguration on Monday could be good. I almost want to keep trading this. How this performs going into our inauguration could be good, but let's be clear what it means for the broader, the broader markets and crypto in general. That's what I want to talk about. Solana, 252, obvious resistance right there at the all-time high area. It's insane. Look at this. So even if this didn't happen, I'd be charting this at this time of the cycle, the Solana chart. First off, how much did it pump? And then so from this swing low just days ago to swing high, 58% pump for Solana, which is a very nice pump. But like, even if this wasn't all happening with the Trump coin and all that stuff, I'd be charting this kind of like, and I think most would, Solana's about to explode. Solana's about to explode. I think on X, and you all know I'm not like a Solana bull here, okay? But we have to look at these charts. I think on X, $1,000 is like the target everybody's looking at, and it truly is. I mean, if you just look at the price action over the years, through the bear market, the exit, the reaccumulation, even the most midterm reaccumulation that happened all here, where we are in this cycle, let alone all of the fundamental bullishness. I got to find a word for that to just encapsulate everything. Like, what I'm talking about is the Bitcoin US reserve, this new era for crypto that we're entering in general. But put that aside, we go look at total crypto market cap. Again, part of my analysis foundationally, as many of you know, is just looking like previous cycles. Where are we this cycle? So here's last Bitcoin halving. Here's last altcoin season. Here's this Bitcoin halving. Here's the current altcoin season trigger. We're like right after it. Like you can put us down here. Depending how you want to look at the chart and the analysis, we're like in this general area, right, of altcoin season, with even better looking, I think, consolidation with altcoin charts. This is an altcoin market cap chart. So currently, this is a chart that a lot of people are kind of frustrated with, from swing high swing high down to swing low, but to where we are right now, like 42 days. And this red candle, a bit of consolidation. So the question I have is, when is this chart going to break out? Because this is I mean, even look at the reflection of this entire chart with Solana's chart, right? It's because it's a top altcoin. So obviously it's going to look very similar, but this chart has not even broken out yet post altcoin season starting. We have the altcoin season starting breakout, but that did not lead to really breaking all-time highs for altcoins. So one thing that I think is like, I don't want to say throwing a wrench in things, but one thing that's pretty different about the Bitcoin dominance chart, or about this, is the Bitcoin dominance chart. I'm just trying to go through the chat, everybody. So sorry. So the Bitcoin dominance chart is like, probably not going to be doing this. If Trump didn't do what he did last night, I don't know. It could have been a slow weekend, right? Like something like ADA. And by the way, like it's a red candle, but just if we look at swing high to swing low for ADA, it's like not that bad. And that is true for a lot of coins. Meme coins, maybe not as much. Meme coins are even more volatile, but we're going to look at some meme coins. But the Bitcoin dominance chart obviously benefiting most from this move. That's like, that throws a wrench in things a little bit, but not really. Just because what we've been watching on the Bitcoin dominance chart is, again, I don't know if you've been watching my videos, it's basically first leg down in altcoin season and then some type of consolidation. Not only a Bitcoin dominance action, but like the moving averages. Look at these moving averages now. The Bitcoin dominance are going to escape these one way or another, upside or downside. What we've been watching for is a downside big leg down, like bigger than this first leg down. And that would be more in line with what happened last cycle, right? First leg down. Here's our consolidation that we're kind of in right now. The moving average is pulling together, and then boom, next leg down. So that's kind of what we're waiting for. And actually, if you look at the timeline, like from altcoin season triggering and Bitcoin dominance falling last cycle to when it actually fell off that cliff, 87 days, and where we are right now from altcoin season starting to fall. So let's check it out. Altcoin season starting to fall to where we are right now, 58 days. So actually, the Bitcoin dominance chart is very much in line, on pace with last cycle. We could have another 30 days. If this chart did exactly what it did last cycle, 30 days before Bitcoin dominance even starts falling. I'm not saying that's how it will be, but if it repeated to the exact time frame, that's what it would look like. But what I want to mention is, you notice how like last altcoin season, Bitcoin dominance obviously dropped with velocity. But it looks even like crazier back here 2 cycles ago. This was 2017. You know what else was back here in 2017? That's Trump's turn, when Trump was thinking the dollar was too strong. And we have Trump starting on Monday thinking basically the same thing, thinking interest rates are too high. So this Bitcoin dominance chart is looking very primed to fall. But again, maybe it's more sideways, choppy waters. Because look at this. This is very this is a very just unknown, indecisive consolidation of Bitcoin dominance. So can go one of two ways, but we got to give it a little bit more time to see which way, obviously. People too emotional. Again, like I agree. I really do agree. Like we're emotional people. We're fallen creatures, man. Like so much can trigger us. Pride, emotions, anger, jealousy, right? These are our weaknesses. And this is why I said, people are upset the Trump launch momentarily tanked their coin. And I said, I get it, because like literally for me, my wife was sleeping when she was kind of up a little bit, but like it was the middle of the night. I was like, I missed it. I was initially like pretty annoyed about it from an emotional perspective. So I definitely get it. I really do. But like, if we like zoom out and look objectively at the situation, then everybody, like literally nothing has changed other than we have a president that launched a coin. And to me, that is very bullish. And we can check out that coin, just consolidating higher highs and higher lows. So that's Bitcoin dominance, and that is altcoin total market cap. So let's look at some altcoins. Actually, let's look at Bitcoin real briefly, because I did notice we covered it. Even right now, Bitcoin weekly chart looking still decent. We have 1 day, 7 hours left of this weekly green candle. So this is where it's going to start getting interesting. And we're going to dig into this on the daily in a moment to look at the structure of it. But how's this candle going to close? And you better believe there could be some volatility with this candle, meaning we very well could close above even this area in the next 1 day, 7 hours. Or we could see this candle turn into a very ugly candle, right? Like, so, and I'm just saying that mainly or especially this weekend because of like kind of all the emotion that is in the markets right now and all of the reaction to Trump doing what he did. But yeah, Bitcoin on the daily, look at this, still in play. Everything we talked about in yesterday's video, this triangle, the triangle breakout we have, and we talked about it yesterday. What was it? I think like what does Bolkowski say on the pattern site? Like a 60 some, just over 60% rate for throwbacks, I think he said. And it's in play. So whether we have this news or not, Bitcoin might fall below $100,000 and test not only the trend line, but the apex of the triangle. What I'd be watching for though really is to see if Bitcoin does start just consolidating in some way, the 50 and the 20 day. That's what I'm watching, especially as the 20 is getting ready to cross above the 50. If it makes its way to those areas, and is it happening maybe like right at the trend line? Is it inauguration day and it's making a move to that area? Is it the day after? Is it not even happening because Bitcoin's pumping? But I'm just going to continue watching the structure of Bitcoin right now. I think it's best to do that, to get a sense of like the momentum of the market as a whole. Bitcoin's a great roadmap. Even if you're just like an altcoin person, it's a great roadmap for all of crypto. But even right now, I mean, we could get a pop to the upside and all of a sudden people are just like, they're okay. Everything's okay with the Trump launch. Liquidity starts flowing back. And all of a sudden, Bitcoin's going into price discovery mode. Maybe even in the next 24 hours. I don't know. Luke said, bought more dog. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thought. I mean, it's really not a bad idea. It's really not a bad idea. So let's look at altcoins now, because I kind of want to talk about it. Actually, we'll look at dog. So Bitcoin is Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin chart, not really, it doesn't even really look that phased by everything. It's the altcoins that I think are freaking a lot of people out. And appreciate you guys coming through on a Saturday, on a roller coaster Saturday. Smash that like on the way in. It means a lot. $50 to 70% dump is inevitable. I mean, that's like inevitable for any meme coin. Yo, Italy in the house. Cheers to you. It's awesome. All right. So ADA, I mean, think about this. If Trump token never launched yesterday, I think people would just be like, this chart not looking too bad. If you think about it, because it's just not. It's essentially doing what Bitcoin is doing. Remember, we just looked at Bitcoin, the 20-day. We're looking for a potential cross above the 50. It's testing that area. And I don't know if it's going to hold 6.5 hours left of the current daily candle. How's the next one open? Are we falling through it, right? Just because we fall through the moving averages on the shorter term doesn't mean it's game over. You can see how that dip from 5 days ago pumped right after it did that. So it's not like a long-term, like it's not like a bear market like confirmation, right? There's that 32% pump. It's not like a bear market confirmation if ADA falls below that area. But what I am watching is really the structure of ADA right now. Think about this. We have, because what I see even when I'm way zoomed in is just this, like this yellow line and this potential yellow line. We have this right shoulder setting up, and that's mainly what I'm watching for. Kind of curious on the weekly chart. So man, the move, like, and this is probably true for a lot of altcoins. I don't remember, but we'll probably see it when we look at other altcoins. But like this 20 above the 50 that happened, notice how the 200 is still up here. We still have that move to go. So again, we looked at it on total crypto market cap, where we are in the cycle as far as altcoin season, this purple line. Here's Cardano last cycle. You can see it's lagging. Total crypto market cap, not really lagging in terms of like, or I should say Bitcoin dominance and altcoin season continuation, not really lagging. And what I mean by that is we just measured it. Took 87 days for the big drop off on Bitcoin dominance. And right now we're like 50 some days. So that's not lagging. But a chart like ADA, we go to ADA chart, lagging a little bit, right? You can see last cycle after altcoin season, 1, 2, 3, the fourth weekly candle is the breakout out of the bull market doors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're in the 8th weekly candle. So I can understand why even ADA holders are frustrated, because ADA does that, man. Look at the bear market formation at the bottom, how long it was just wrapping around 30 cents from December. I mean, really from November 2022 to November 2020, 2 years. That's so brutal. Now that I look back and think about that, I don't even know how like I was doing videos through that bear market, but we did it. We got through it. Here we are. So my point is, it's just brutal, right? ADA does that, and we're waiting for the big breakout. And so that's still all in play, or that $1.23-ish area is the ADA bull market doors back here. And you look at the daily chart, we're just in a simple consolidation. So I get people are kind of annoyed we're in a red daily candle, blame it on Trump's meme coin, but things are still looking pretty fine as far as crypto consolidation across the board and altcoin consolidation. Thanks so much for your support. I know I whine way too much about like the hate that I get in the comments. I'm working on it, everybody. I really am. My pride gets triggered, man, when I see some hate comments, especially when they're ridiculous. I need to learn to just keep my mouth shut, but that's the sinner in me, everybody. That is exactly the sinner in me. Just for real. It's not the content creation thing, social media thing is not easy. It hits you, and it's always realigning my focus back on Christ, because it continually reminds me of like the sinner that I am, how I get triggered by the hate comments. But I genuinely appreciate all you guys. I really do. We got Belgium in the house. We got Romania in the house. Hello from Romania. We love dog. Check it out. We're going to look at dog in just a minute. Thank you for the super chat. TJ says Trump's going to dump on everyone and tank everything. I want to address that because we're kind of further in the live stream. Emission schedule, 36-month total emission duration. And he's going to be president in 2 days. It's highly unlikely that his plan here is to just rug pull and just completely rob the market so he can get rich or something. If he wanted that, if he wanted to like get more rich than he already is, he would not have ever run for president and taken a bullet to the head, to the ear. So like, just think objectively about that. United Kingdom, man, Romania, dude, we have people all over the place. This is nuts. Netherlands in the house. Thank you for cruising through. Awesome. We got Joe from Ireland. All right. And then Germany. Shout out to all y'all. So that's ADA. We look at ADA. So now dog, man, I think I need to go buy some dog. I really do. I made a little bit of a trade on the Trump, nothing crazy. I missed the big trade, but the Trump token's probably going to continue going up into Monday. I could be wrong. I don't know. What's it doing right now? Yeah, I mean, it's probably just going to keep going. I can't believe, dude, I think like so many people that had like, they put like $100 in straight up, turned it into millions. It's incredible. But the hype will be over one day, everybody. This isn't like Trump took over the bull market. Trump coin took over the bull market. It's all failing. When it comes to a dog chart, then that's actually part of why I think like I should maybe go buy a little dog is, and I thought I was done buying dogs so long ago, but here it is at $480 million market cap. As we go into this altcoin season, this super season for meme coins, the dog is getting just trampled on. And that makes me even more bullish. And for me, and this is a big piece of my portfolio. I've managed my risk with it. I'm not trying to convince anybody to go out and buy dog, but even on this chart, you can just see let me zoom in on this daily candle even. First off, daily candle testing the 200-day moving average once again, might break it. I don't know, might get a capitulation wick below, lower 400s. But either way, as you see even now, as I'm doing this analysis from this candle closing to the candle where it is right now, we have this kind of downward sloping trend line. And now we have, with that being said, some bullish divergence on the RSI. I have to go. I like want to end the live stream so that I can go buy some dog. And again, I'm not trying to influence any of you all to do that. I'm just saying, so could go lower. Obviously, just if this 200-day moving average loses support, there's more fear, uncertainty, and doubt and negativity in crypto, and crypto just keeps crashing. And by the way, I think it's a silly crash because I think zoomed out, we are in the most bullish year of crypto. It's crazy to me. I really think that. But there's the bullish divergence. And then not only that, let me just put that there. Stock RSI in this like the quicker moving momentum oscillator just bottoming out and oversold. And so we could have another kind of swing low. And this is where the stock RSI becomes useful for me, kind of eyeing the bottom for dog. I think it's coming very soon. And I think it's dog blast off soon. But maybe we get another double dip, right? And it goes the capitulation type of environment of some sort. You can even look like, let's try and see if there is any. I mean, here's kind of a similar move, right? Big, huge dip for dog. Came out of overbought slightly, wasn't over, right? And it did mark the bottom. The second dip marked the bottom of dog. So little different price action, but essentially same concept. If we get another leg down or some type of continued consolidation, what does the stock RSI do? We could get a double bottom on the stock RSI. Could be a nice indicator of the bottom for dog. So that's something I'm going to be watching. I want to go over I'm going to look at other altcoins. I want to look at ETH and stuff, but since I'm on dog, I'm talking about meme coins. I want to go to Ski Mask Dog. I mentioned it. I think it was probably even good timing. The video I released yesterday didn't get a lot of views. I knew it wouldn't. It was first released on Substack, but I released it yesterday on YouTube. But it was essentially talking about, with things like Ski Mask Dog especially, from swing high to swing low, please, and this isn't just ski, but it's just these types of cryptos, even in bull markets, 80% dips, they just happen. What's cool right now so far for Ski Mask Dog, I'm very bullish on it. It's on base. I think it's going to be the top performer, one of the top performers on base. It's down 54% from that swing high. So I think the consolidation on this chart is not looking bad to me, even still. This is how Ski Mask Dog is holding up. It looked like it was trying to kind of escape above these moving averages. It looks like the move was getting ready. the whole Trump thing happened, crypto crashed. Something like dog or a ski mask dog crashed even more. And you can see something like, not just ski mask dog, but something like dog crashed even more. 20% is what we're looking at for dog. So it looks like dog down even more than ski mask dog. So obviously they're taking a bigger hit, but I think, and it's not advice at all, everybody, this is my approach. In case it's unclear, like I am fully in and committed in this bull market. Like I've made my decision. So if that's my kind of conviction play for 2025, and I've waited 3 years, many of you have, brutal downside bear market, FTX clapping, Celsius, all of the other stuff, Gensler, anti-crypto army, typical bear market. I went through all of that for 2025, and I prepared myself from a risk perspective. So I'm in it. And if I'm wrong and 2025 ends up being terrible, I'll do a video on it at the end of 2025, and I will reevaluate all my analysis. But please note that this is me just tracking my approach to this. Trump coin will dump hard. Big whales are getting out selling. It has to happen, right? Like the amount of money that is being made right now. We're looking at $2.65 billion volume on this chart. So there's going to be big whales selling. And you can even see, I mean, there's huge sales on the way up, right? This could continue upwards. It's a $5.7 billion market cap in less than 12 hours, or I guess just over 12 hours, maybe. I'm not sure exact time it launched, but this is crazy, unprecedented. So yeah, whales are probably going to sell. There's going to be big drops. It's going to be a lot of speculation, but I'll tell you one thing: the hype is going to end. We see this time and time again. Even with this is this is the biggest celebrity coin ever, right? President Trump, but the hype will end, and we will resume just kind of the commonplace analysis of the markets. Whether we need a capitulation in crypto or it's a shorter term thing that's happening right now and crypto resumes upward tonight, things are gonna be okay. And as I started the video, I'm just gonna mention it again. This is what I think. The incoming altcoin pump, once the Trump hype is over and liquidity flows back into markets, will be better than most thought it was going to be in the first place. And why is that? Not because the Trump coin pump is over, but because of this stuff that we've been bullish on. Gensler left office. SEC not only dropping crypto lawsuits, but like Gensler left office. Hester Pierce being made chair. Stablecoin bill passing. Bitcoin strategic reserve. I mean, the list goes on. So let's look at some. Yeah, I mean, it's so in play for Trump to keep going, to go so much higher. It's so in play. It really is. Who knows? This is a weekend to remember. Do you understand? I just want to say that. Think about this. Imagine what crypto just went through. Imagine even waiting to see if Trump was going to win, right? Not even just for crypto, but for America in general. All the ridiculous stuff. Trump's making peace deals in the Middle East before he's in office. I'm not trying to pump Trump up like he's some perfect guy, but like, man, could you imagine Gensler getting ready for Monday for Kamala to be sworn in on Monday? Would you rather that than Trump launching a meme coin? That's the question, I think, to ask. Would you rather that than Trump launching a meme coin? So it's a weekend before we have a pro crypto president. Saturday night, just I think there's a lot of excitement in the air, man. A lot of bullishness. So let's look at Ethereum. Poor Ethereum, man. I have no ties to Ethereum. You know that I love using the chart for an indicator, and I'm just appreciate everything Ethereum has done over the years. My whole time in the space, Ethereum was just one of those. This is one of those first big coins you see, like Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin. But like, man, so Trump chose Solana, didn't choose Ethereum. There's a big narrative shift happening. And I'm not saying Ethereum's not going to still break out of this and hit 7,000 and stuff like that. But there's obviously a big shift. And when I mean 7,000, this is inverse head and shoulders set up to 7,000. There's a big shift happening. The narrative shift. Like Solana is going to flip Trump. Or flip Ethereum. That's the big one. Andrew, love it, dude. Why are we sad? Everything is still up. I'm so glad you said that. Why are we sad? Man, why are we sad? President, if you're in America, your president launched a meme coin. Don't like the tokenomics, fine. But he's not going to rug pull. Your president launched a meme coin, and you're a crypto bull. Why are you sad? What other charts we got going on? Yeah, imagine gas fees if Trump chose ETH. That's part of the problem. Bruce, it's like, I get that too. I understand that. Huge sign that he's going to pump crypto on Monday or Tuesday. But that is partly what gives me pause. Like, it is like Monday or Tuesday you would think is the catalyst. Trump's in office, let's pump it. If history is any sign, actually, it's like on those days where we would expect just a pump because it's such bullish things happening is when crypto falls. So just everybody, don't be surprised if crypto falls early in the week as we have our first pro Bitcoin president. Even if he's signing if he's signing executive orders or we get confirmation of the US Bitcoin Reserve, how could it? I can't imagine crypto would really be tanking, right? That is not a sell the news event. I don't think. I told myself I'd never trade meme coins. Now I'm sitting there and bought Trump coin when it was 20. Nice. Look at that. Made a nice little trade. So let's look at, I want to look at a couple other altcoins. Like we looked at Cardano. And here's the deal. Like with something like Cardano, this is ADA dominance actually. With something like Cardano, if you think about this, we're in that type of environment right now where, and I don't know if it's going to happen tonight, but you've seen this happen. All it takes is all of a sudden things start shifting around. 8% pump, Cardano's in a green candle and heading towards the bull market doors. Everybody's bullish again. Nobody's sad anymore. That can happen for all of these cryptos. I am curious about the 4-hour. Yeah. It's just really, it's just sideways right now, ADA. It's nothing really bad even happening. What else? What else should we look at? Is that for real? Trying to see if Trump really confirmed. Pretty boss. See, that's the type of stuff, if it's true, you want to trade. Well, no, you don't want to trade. I'm not telling anybody what to do. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, that is pretty much. I mean, Donald Trump reposting that. That's confirmation right there. I'm extremely proud of what we continue to accomplish in crypto. Trump is currently the hottest digital meme on earth. I truly believe that World Liberty Fi will revolutionize DeFi. Trump's son, Eric Trump, reposting this post 3 days before inauguration. Trump has launched a meme coin that has since risen more than 10,000%. He did so after inviting the crypto industry to a black tie event in DC. Here's my theory on Trump, which is almost diabolical, but totally something Trump is capable of. So he's really digging into this. Not sure if I should go down this rabbit hole right now. This is very random. Maybe I should I? And then we just continue looking at a couple of different charts. Trump's coming into office following intensely anti-crypto administration. This is all reposted by Eric Trump right now, like minutes ago. He's launched multiple NFT collections over the last few years. Very curious to see what this chart does. Right when this party's raging and attended by everyone in Trump's circle, Trump launches the Trump meme coin. Immediately explodes to 15 billion. No advance mention was made. No one was told about it. This ball was the invite of all invites in crypto. To be there would have feeling like you made it, like you're in Trump's inner circle, only for him to turn around and launch the fastest ever meme coin to hit 15 billion. I did see somebody, they were like, you imagine spending $100,000 to be here, and then Trump launches this meme coin and you miss out on it. Literally, Snoop Dogg was there. Trump's pick for Treasury Secretary. All these crypto people. Trump has now shown the entire crypto world what he can do without them. All while they were together in the most exclusive room, somehow still on the outside. It shows everyone that the only inner circle that matters in crypto now is his inner circle. Think about that. This is all happening while the Trumps are also building their DeFi project, World Liberty. The platform picking and choosing which cryptos will be winners and losers as we speak, and they can front run as much as they want and absolutely print cash. I'm not saying, man, this is interesting that Eric Trump basically reposted this. Where's this going? I'm not saying Trump just used everyone in crypto by throwing a black tie event in DC while simultaneously launching a meme coin without them, but that's exactly what he did. This industry is his industry now, whether they're aware of it or not. Frankly, that's extremely sad. I understand the desire to make quick money. I understand the excitement of thinking short term. I understand why Trump, a man who has grifted in every way to make money for himself, would be so easily win the industry. We as an industry have worked too hard for too long. We worked too hard to fight. Where's the final thought? I guess right here. Choice is ours, but only if we stick together. Divided, we're likely to be plucked off. Interesting. So it's like that leans very not the most positive thing. That's crazy. The most interesting thing about that is that's the post Eric Trump posted. And that's the post Donald Trump reposted. That is, I don't even know if they read that full thread. That was not the most bullish thing to repost, Eric Trump. If you're watching this live stream, maybe unrepost that. Either way, Trump token real. That's, I think, what we can take away from it. That's insane. So I don't know. I mean, I think everybody knew it was real. We had I saw crypto.com, all the big exchanges, they're launching the token. It's not even 24 hours old. But if it was not real, obviously Trump, I'm sure somebody on the Trump team would have removed those posts. So I think obviously everybody knew it was real, but that's final confirmation coming from Eric Trump, which is very interesting that he reposted that one. What else we got going on? What else are we looking at right now? SUI, just curious. I see SUI actually green right now in the 4 hour. If we go to the daily, actually green. So this is good. Again, I'm not like some SUI bull, but we want to see. If you're an altcoin holder, you want to see SUI continuation. I don't know why my chart. Is this my chart? This is the chart I have. Okay. SUI continuation. So part of that is support. You can see it. Look at this. One thing that it has done consistently since September 2024, that's a nice pump, is consolidate to the moving averages. This is exactly bull market charts, what we want to see. All the volatility we've seen, 50-day support, 50-day support. Here's kind of running around the 20-day moving average. Here's a wick to the 50-day. Here's 50-day support. Right recently is 50-day support. Even right now, 20-day support with all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding Trump token. Man, if you zoom out on the emotion of it all, if you think about this, things are very bullish for crypto right now. Things are becoming very bullish for crypto right now. Not only just because of, the deregulation, but we've talked about this a lot, the US dollar currency index. And I'm thinking about this. If this starts falling, right? If the pressure starts loosening, risk on assets start rising and pumping, we are in just that insanely bullish storm. So and I'm saying that because when you really think about those things and then you look at a SUI chart, and I don't know, we'll continue watching. This is really nice because the 20 and the 50, they're so like kind of close to each other. There's that support range. We can use SUI as kind of like this indicator chart. 479 down to like 447. We want to see this chart hold those moving averages. Because if it doesn't, we see a flip of momentum for this chart when it's consistently since September seen this trend. That could be a hint of something, right? So the daily chart on SUI could be helpful, whether you hold it or not. Doesn't matter. 10,000 people on the live stream. That's what I'm talking about. I thought it was going to be a very just slow live stream. Probably most on X. But either way, hit the like button for me if you're out there watching the live stream. And I appreciate you cruising through. I think XRP is a good one to look at. Forgot about that. XRP, regardless, has been taking a break. But even this daily chart, so far, I just want to say I like that daily candle. I know it's red, but just look at it. You can just see it's just kind of hanging up there, right? It gives me the sense of this. Here, look. Red candle, right? After massive first pump, first leg up. Here's when, by the way, not long ago, this is a daily chart. XRP was dead, like ADA back here at 53 cents. Now it's at 335. Look how fast the space changes, especially in a bull market. But you see this red candle right here? Or even here, this first pump, there's a red candle, a break, a breather. Here's a red candle, a break, a breather hanging out. And then even consolidated for like 3-4 days before the next pump. And then boom, here's some red candles. But the way they look, it's what we want to see. And so it doesn't mean tomorrow's candle we're going higher, but like maybe we have days of consolidation for XRP. But if crypto will continue, I say if because it's not a guarantee. If we continue higher, XRP is looking pretty good for that next leg up. And I don't have it's pretty much in price discovery once it start making that next leg up. I mean, my main target, I guess we could, for XRP, let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's already almost made it there. But short term, next target for XRP would be 354. Not far away. And then mainly my next target for XRP, I've talked about this in a recent video. If I go to the weekly, is the first, that first 1618. This would be, if it's a bull market, first bull market high to that first bear market low, and it's this higher high area, the 1618. You see this this orange line up here, the first cycle 1618. So basically, my main target for XRP right now is around 530. And for me, it's kind of like what XRP should have done in last bull market high, this 1618 higher high, is my next target for XRP right now. Not to say it's the bull market high target, but that's my next target. And price action wise, though, I mean, really looking fine. It really is. We're in a green candle on the weekly. Again, we look at the daily. It's just hanging out. It's consolidating. Somebody said AVAX, ALGO, AVAX. This is AVAX. We've got nice support so far at the 20-day moving average. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I know cryptos are down, but like, and yeah, it's probably because the Trump token stole a lot of liquidity and, you know, all that stuff. But like a lot of the charts are just looking very just nice in terms of consolidation. We've not broken any bad structure or bearish confirmation areas on really most of these charts. If and along that line, like even dog, 20%, 21%. Oh, it's getting close. But dog on Bitcoin at that 200-day moving average. Even dog though. At the end of the day, it's what we're looking for. These support areas to hold, these higher low areas to hold. We have this trend line. I think I charted this offline when I was just kind of like seeing what was going on because, you know, you could absolutely chart this as like, oh man. But I genuinely, and maybe I'm wrong, but I would tell you from my experience, I think this is a fake out from this lower trend line. And I don't know if it's right here. Maybe that last capitulation for dog. I think we're going to break right back into that trend and this will be completely disqualified. And in a move like that, and I know I'm kind of going off topic here, but we'll see some type of bullish divergence on the RSI. That could be the first hint. So going back to AVAX, we just looked at AVAX. Not going to talk about the long-term structure too much. I really just did that in a live stream yesterday. But short term, though, it's nice to see something like AVAX at the 20. And then you said ALGO, but I don't know. ALGO looking great. Technically speaking, ALGO has room to the downside. Right here, it's always this area I'm looking, the 20 and the 50-day moving averages, right? So right around 40 cents. So we're in a red candle. It's funny, like I know crypto's down, but all these charts, I'm like, what a lame little red candle. And hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me and we just see it like capitulate. But really right now, it doesn't look like anything, really doesn't look like much. And I continue to maintain my opinion that Trump launching a meme coin is so good for crypto. It's just bullish for crypto. So off that Eric Trump confirmation, I'm curious about what Solana is doing. That's a daily. If we go to, I think it was like 20, 30 minutes ago, we go to 30-minute candle, nothing. I mean, it's actually interesting. The news of, you know, Eric Trump and Donald Trump reposting Eric Trump's confirmation, the news of that, not really. Crazy, man. I realize there's people out there that are just like, this is so irresponsible. This is a joke. I even had one guy, you know, I don't think he was from America, but he's like, what are you guys doing over there? Like, very just not happy about it. He wasn't being like silly about it. He was not happy. I realize that people are like, but I just can't get over this because, and maybe because I'm so invested in the content of it all, you know what I mean? Like, you all have been through the bear market, through the attacks of the anti-crypto army. And I just, after all of that, I just can't believe, I already couldn't believe everything that is happening with pro-crypto legislation coming into play, pro-crypto president. But like Eric Trump sitting here just like reposting to the moon, which is essentially this Trump post that he posted, right? So this is the confirmation by Eric Trump, but like, let's go. I just can't get over it, dude. This is going to be definitely a popular opinion. This marks the top. I will say that I could see why that's a thought. I definitely do. And I've thought through it myself. But I want to speak to that for a moment and just say the reason why I don't think it's the top is because when you put aside the headlines, and this I've done this over the years, and it's worked so well for me. Put away the headlines, the emotion of it. Like, think about this, right? Inverse of what's happening right now. This was FTX, Celsius. Crypto looked absolutely done. It was like SEC was just looking like they had momentum. It was the end of crypto, right? Until you put those headlines aside and you put the emotion aside. And this is what I tried to do in my content. And I just tried to evaluate the market cycles. And look how the cycle played out. Like, we can go look at the videos that I did and many others, just anticipating something similar previous cycles. Something similar. And look how it played out. Crypto didn't fail. It played out exact. So here we are, and we're at this moment now where here's Trump's first term, by the way, back here, altcoin season triggering. We're like right here, right? Maybe right here. There's still a lot of bull market left, in my opinion, is what I'm saying. And that is why I don't think this marks the top. Not only to say the Bitcoin supply shock is actually real now. Not enough Bitcoin. There's not enough Bitcoin for governments, the ETFs, retail. Bitcoin is going higher. That I should say is my opinion. But I understand why many would say this marks the top. I just do not think so. Dan, swing trading Trump. I am too. Literally why I'm on the live stream. I've taken a couple of moments to trade a little bit. And it's just but I think my main goal with doing that is probably to go buy some dog. Like, I think if I'm going to accumulate anything right now, it would probably be some dog. Yeah, I mean, this is a good point too. I think it was even in, no, maybe it wasn't. That wasn't in there. But Dan, your opinion is Trump election and Gensler's exit the end of CBDCs. In my opinion, there's talk within the administration, I believe, that there's no need for CBDCs. And I'm pretty sure the Trump administration is very keen on no CBDCs. I get it. I get it, Dan. I get it, man. First president face on a coin, not just dollar. This is a good point. I mean, this is one way to look at it. I didn't really spend much time at all. I think I mentioned briefly, especially early next week, maybe we go lower and there is a correction, but a correction, not the top. So that could be very much true, especially if we're going to enter some type of special super cycle. Things start changing as far as crypto goes. So Dan, you don't like pumps? I love pumps. But it's okay when Daddy Trump does it. I think a lot of the negativity too is just there's people out there in the world that don't like Trump, and they're just using this as like kind of an attack mechanism. But I love pumps. I mean, I wait for the pumps. I prepare for the bull markets. I'm thinking you meant pump and dumps. And it's not a pump and dump, everybody. Like, Trump's not here to rug pull everybody. And I'll tell you what I like most about this. The incoming president of the United States. And if you're a crypto holder, Kenneth, you should like it too. The incoming president of the United States launched a meme coin. You wanted deregulation. There it is. Crazy. So I think we covered a lot, everybody, all the charts. And really, I think one thing and I don't know how this will play out today. You know, I think a lot of these altcoins, you look at these moving average areas. Here's ADA, the 20, the 50. Is there support there? I think that's a big thing to look for in the next couple of days. Even ADA's 20-day moving average right around $1. And it could all fall. It really could. But that's what I'm watching, I think, on a lot of these charts. But I have that general opinion that, you know, this is long-term bullish news. Be careful out there, everybody. And really, at the end of the day, I think the best thing to do is zoom out. If you're out there in the chat, I just want to say thank you so much. I didn't expect 10,000 of you all on a Saturday. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Going to continue trying to put out the very best content I can, just tracking the charts all across the board, Bitcoin charts, crypto news like this, like very unexpected news. And appreciate y'all. I really do. I appreciate having you all on the journey. It's made it very fun over the years. I really, if I didn't have the YouTube channel just covering consistently almost every day, I don't know. I don't know what the bear market would have been like, but probably a lot more boring than it was. And here we are on the bull market. I'm getting excited. So turn notifications on as 2025 just gets started. And I'm sure there's a lot of volatility ahead. So prepare for anything, upside, downside, and have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.